No big deal. I just kind of like that one better. I was watching some videos that was from back a couple of months ago before I had this big mammer jammer right here, and I was sounding real good with that little mic right there. I mean, I don't sound good, you know, in general with this daggone accent that I exhibit, but you know, sometimes it's not all about the sound of the message that's being delivered rather than what the message itself is and who's folks, right here is a big video that I won't say that it's groundbreaking or historic or anything, but this don't need no attention as far as like paying attention to it. It does, however, deserve a little bit of your attention in regards to propaganda and lying and kangaroo court and all this nonpartisan BS. Morgan Freeman, this is the headline that I came up with. Now, I'm not no poet or nothing like that, but Morgan Freeman getting in on the act of promoting, quote, nonpartisan, unquote, pro-Trump Russian conspiracy theories. You know, that was about the best I could come up with, but we all know where this is coming from. This is coming from nobody but the Democrats and the deep state. The shadow government.
Imagine this movie script. A former KGB spy.
Hold on, let her just in here. Let it load.
Have been attacked. We are.
Yeah.
Imagine this movie script. A former KGB spy, angry at the collapse of his, plots a course for revenge. He works his way up the ranks of a post-Soviet Russia and becomes president. He establishes an authoritarian regime, then he sets his sights on his sworn enemy, the United States. And like the true KGB spy he secretly uses cyber warfare to attack democracies around the world. Using social media to spread propaganda and false information, he convinces people in democratic societies to distrust their media, their political processes, even their neighbors. And he wins.
He wins.
Vladimir Putin is that spy.
Vladimir
This
Putin
is no movie script. We need our president to speak directly to us and tell us the truth. We need him to sit behind the desk in the Oval Office and say, my fellow Americans, during this past election, we came under attack by the Russian government. I've called on Congress and our intelligence community to use every resource available to conduct a thorough investigation to determine exactly how this happened. The free world is counting on us for leadership. For 241 years, our democracy has been a shining example to the world of what we can all aspire to. And we owe it to the brave people who have fought and died to protect this great nation and democracy. And we owe it to our future generations to continue the fight.
Join the committee to investigate Russia. Join
the committee to investigate Russia. Let me tell you what these people should be investigating. They should be investigating the Democratic National Committee, okay? not only did they fail to hand over their hard drives during supposed hack, data breach, whatever the hell they call it, okay? Not only that, they claimed it was the Russians who hacked their servers, who spread all this fake news on social media and all this. Let me tell you something. Oh yeah. They also claim that the Russians were in the election computers on the night of the election. Yeah. Which was a lie. If anybody was in those computers on the night of the election, it was nobody but the people who had power to be in those computers on the night of the election. And that would be nobody but the DNC themselves and the damn NSA. Let me tell you something. The CFR, the CIA, they're all one and the same. The CIA was actually created by the CFR. You didn't know that, neither did you. I'm fixing to get a little bit into that now, as there is a very, very important link. But I wanted to explain a little bit more about this Morgan Freeman. Like, okay, now Morgan Freeman could be seen on like a few political talk shows in prior months, kind of like playing like he was a neutral, party, whatever, just pretty much the same character that he was playing in that video there. Except the only difference is he was saying the same thing that all these establishment Democratic Party and Republican Party politicians have been screaming since before Election Day of 2016. And nobody wants to look into Seth the Rich murder. Not to mention other murders that happened around the DNC area of not DNC, Washington DC area, of whom the people found were high-level naval intelligence, high-level Democratic National Committee. Well, listen, I'm not no genius, like that, but you have all that going on. Then you have this Debbie Wasserman Schultz stuff and the Iman brothers, whatever their names are. Folks, not only that, you also have one guy, that journalist dude that figured all this stuff out. I forget his name, but I can find it. It's not important right now, but the thing is, there's a big cover-up going on right there. And it don't take no dummy to figure it out. The Seth Rich murder trial, the Seth Rich murder has been handled by Washington D.C. Metro Police, which you can tell by that video of Debbie Wasserman Schultz asking for a computer. Just because they have control over the Metro Police, that don't mean they have control over the other police forces, okay? She didn't get her way that time. I'll put it to you like that, and with very good reason. Needs to be put away along with other political office leaders like herself. I don't want to go into alligating stuff or anything like that, but yeah. But here's Hillary went on Stephen Colbert and said the other night, which I found up on michaelsavage.com. Give it a second to load here. It might take just a minute. If y'all haven't ever got in Gab.ai yet, you really need to. They're trying to shut them down. They're being sued, I think, by Twitter. We'll try to get into that a little bit later here. Sorry about that. I'm trying to fix my camera a little bit where you can see a little better. Wait.
Did you happen to see the president's speech at the UN today?
I saw parts of it, yes.
What did you make of it?
I thought it was very dark.
I thought it was very dark.
Dangerous. Not the kind of message that the leader of the greatest nation in the world should be delivering. You are both required to stand up for the values of what we democracy and opportunity as a way to demonstrate clearly the United States remains the beacon that we want it to be. While, of course, when you face dangerous situations like what is happening in North Korea, to make it clear, your first approach should always be diplomatic. What I'd hope the president would have said was something along the lines, we view this as dangerous to our allies, to the region, and even to our country. We want all nations to work with us to try to end the threat posed by Kim Jong-un, and not call him Rocket Man, the old Elton John song, but to say clearly we will not tolerate any attacks on our friends or ourselves. But you should lead with diplomacy. You should lead with the commitment to trying to avoid conflict however you can.
That's what you should do. Right there. You heard it first from Hillary Clinton, the wife or co-president of the group which armed Kim Jong-un's regime. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And it's easy for her to come out and say stuff like this, like, oh, Donald Trump is a racist, Donald Trump's a bigot, Donald Trump's a homophobe. Yeah, man, that's all they got. And she was cheated out of the election. She should have won. President right now, and we should just impeach Trump, make her president, you know. Hint, hint, wink, wink, you know. That's what we should do, folks. Not gonna happen. I got news for you. And another, they're not gonna impeach Big Daddy Trump. Neither. No, they're not. No, they're not. Let me tell you something. I don't know. Me, myself, I mean, I don't want to see Mike Pence as president. I don't. And here's why. Because, not that he wasn't a good governor to Indiana and all that. He had one of the best state economies of the whole nation during his governorship, but he's been in the Republican Party for too long. He would have to be establishment Republican. He would have to be. No matter what he says. No, I mean, a politician, they have to be the most trained people on the face of the earth when it comes to talking and stuff like that. Now, as you can see with most of them, they're not very trained with their actions, you know, what they do in private and all this. But yeah, as far as like what they do in public and stuff like that, they have to be really, really aware of everything that they say, you know, because they could easily put out the wrong idea, like Obama did when he was talking to the then president of Russia, when he told him that he would have more leverage after his re-election. But you know, it's a good thing that jump to conclusion and think that he was referring to anything that was, you know, illegal or could be considered international espionage or anything like that. You know, I mean, Trump's the Russian agent here. I mean, he's the one that we should all be attacking and lynching and all this, which lynching is a bad word, by the way. You better call the PC police up in here, because I just said a wordy dirt. You can call the thought police if you want to too, because this is a live broadcast of the Alex Morgan Show, and I just thought of committing a crime, folks. Yeah, you better call the thought police. But anyways, here's an article from the LA Times about the president's UN speech. I'm not sure if there's there's a video. I don't know how come it takes so long for me to play a video, but I hope y'all bear with me. Maybe this old computer here, I don't know. I've got pretty fast internet though. And I've quit like streaming anything from my computer. I only stream from my smartphone, my camera here, and my other Samsung phone right there. So yeah. Let me see if I can get it to play like this. No, I don't think it's gonna play like that either. I can read it, but as you can see there, it's kind of long. I don't want to read it. We'll read it till it starts. Quote, "The scourge of our planet today is a small group."
The scourge of our planet today is a small group of rogue regimes that violate every principle on which the United Nations is based. Now, North Korea's reckless pursuit of nuclear weapons and ballistic missiles threatens the entire world with unthinkable loss of human life. The United States has great strength and patience, but if it is forced to defend itself or its allies, we will have no choice but to totally destroy North Korea. Rocket Man is on a suicide mission for himself and for his regime. The United States is ready, willing, and able, but hopefully this will not be necessary. The Iranian government masks a corrupt dictatorship behind the false guise of a democracy. We cannot let a murderous regime continue these destabilizing activities while building dangerous missiles, and we cannot abide by an agreement if it provides cover for the eventual construction of a nuclear program. We have also imposed tough, calibrated sanctions on the socialist Maduro regime in Venezuela, which has brought a once thriving nation to the brink of total collapse. We cannot stand by and watch. As a responsible neighbor and friend, we and all others have a goal. That goal is to help them regain their freedom, recover their country, and restore their democracy.
How you like that, folks? Not only did he call out every nation in the world right there to come together and to help him overcome the total world nuclear threat from Kim Jong-un regime. Excuse me, I get a little tongue-tied. But listen, not only did he sit right there, and he called out Iran, he called out Venezuela, he called out Cuba. I think he may have even called out South Korea. Then they might have left that out. I may have dreamt that. I don't know, but I forget. But yeah, do you all understand how big this is? Okay, the United Nations, they support all of this stuff that goes on around the world. They're the ones that allows it. They're the ones that allows communism and socialism and all this totalitarianism and authoritarianism and bureaucracy and yeah, man, technocracy. They're the ones that allows it. They're an organization that was set up by the Rockefellers. The Rockefellers donated that spot of land there in New York. Okay? They tried it once after World War I with the League of Nations, which failed. Okay? So that didn't work, so they had to have another world war. And after Hiroshima and Operation Paperclip, I guess it was, where they brought all the, I think it was Operation Paperclip, where they brought all the Nazis over here, and the Warner von Brauns, and yeah, man, you got Nazis that's running your country here and there, not totally, but I know it's scary as hell. I know, and it should be. Yeah. If it's not, then there's something wrong with you, man. You're taking too many psychotropics. Listen, put the psychotropics down. They're friggin' literally eating your brain, okay, from inside your skull. They're really, put the psychotropics, put the prescription drugs down. Like everything that these people have ever told you, everything that these people have ever put on television for you to watch and for your mind and your children's young minds to absorb, every bit of that, all the stuff that they teach you, what time you're in school, all that, it's all a big lie. One lie right after another. And you're just supposed to walk around and repeating these lies, you know, what time you're living, and you know, everybody's supposed to say, well, he's pretty smart, buddy, he's a pretty fart smeller right there, he remembers all that stuff when we went to school, buddy, he's smart, he is. Yeah. Yeah. He's smart, alright. Dumber than a coal bucket to repeat the stuff that they give you good grades on for remembering in school. That's pretty sad. That is. It's sad. I mean, okay. I guess it was Plato or somebody like that. Whoever it was, way back in history, they said the winners are the ones that writes the history. And whoever famously said that told the absolute truth. As you can see, by example after example, that's the way it's been. And man, false flags exist. Okay. All this stuff exists from all this this weather modification to chemtrails to just everything. It's all true. I don't know about the moon bases or the slave children on Mars or anything like that, or flat Earth. I don't know about a lot of that. I do believe a lot of what's in the Bible, and I have done a lot of research, but I mean, I don't know if I'd go that far. I mean, yeah, but if you're gonna go as far as to say it's flat, like, it couldn't just be flat, it would have to be a shape. Not saying that it's round or square or anything like that, but yeah, it would have to be a shape and all this and what a lot of them base all that stuff on is nothing but from when way back after World War II, and somebody named Admiral Seabird, I think was his name, went to Antarctica on a mission, some kind of special mission. And it was like reconnaissance or whatever. They were supposed to have been gone like 6 or 8 months, and took an enormous amount in, and ships and planes and all that good stuff with them, and there was a lot of people that got killed while they were gone and all this. That was called Operation High Jump, which later led to Operation Dominic, I guess it was. And these are things that you can research to an extent. I mean, you'll never know the exact details on those things, and probably what you will find out is exactly what they want you to find out anyway. So, see, let me tell all y'all flat earthers something while I got y'all's attention, okay? It's like this. Whether you people are right, or hold on, let me start over. Whether you guys are completely, totally right, somewhat right, or totally effing wrong, it don't matter. There's definitely a little something going on there, whether they're just putting out, propaganda, fool you to lead you down a wrong turn in the rabbit hole, whatever, man, it's something, okay? But I suggest that you all expand your minds, and because it's a whole lot deeper than that. It's a whole lot deeper than what any of us will probably ever know. And full disclosure, when you're a truth seeker like me, is something that is key. Once you start to wake up, you wanna figure it all out. I mean, you don't want to just figure out one little smidget of the whole thing. You want to figure out everything that you possibly can. And And that's why I do this, from like exposing the child sex rings to all the power of the Vatican, all the intelligence that they have throughout the world, all the artifacts, all the artworks, and all the stuff that they control. It's just unbelievable. They're covering up the giants along with the Smithsonian. Yeah, there were giants, folks. And the P5 I smell the blood of an Englishman. Yeah, that's some real stuff right there. You can believe that. And they were a lot bigger than Goliath too, folks. Goliath, I think they said, was somewhere around like 7 foot, maybe 7'3", 7'5". I don't know. Goliath big. But yeah, they were giants all the way up to like, I don't know, 50 and 60 foot tall. For real. Even these Indians have legends of the giants, okay? And the Native Americans, they were here. They were here for at least, I don't know, 2,000 years before the white men came to this continent. Speaking of white men, what's up with the war on the white man? Have you ever noticed that? Like, there's a doctor. She went as far as to say that, like, the white people had to become a minority or something along that line, and the immigrants was the best vaccine taking people on the face of the planet, something like that. So they're trying to find it. There she is, yeah. You have to go over to InfoWars, I guess, to watch the full video. So let's just do that. folks, you want to call the show tonight, you can. The phone lines are open. Call 276-524-0047. That number again, 276-524-0047. We would love to have you.
I'm complaining because the average pediatrician or internist has 10 minutes for a visit, and you want to have them go get media trained? Excuse me. The fight, the battle is being fought. One family, one physician, one health center. That's why we're doing as well as we are. We're talking.
This is Carol J. Baker, MD. She's a doctor from Baylor College of Medicine and Texas Children's Hospital. She's an expert on infectious diseases, ladies and gentlemen.
Talking about the minority and strategies against the minority. So I have the solution. Every study published in the last 5 years, when you look at vaccine refusers, I'm not talking about, well, hesitants, most of them we can talk into coming to terms, but refusers, we'll just get rid of all the whites in the United States, because Houston is the most diverse city in the entire United States. There's 7 Asian languages spoken in that city. I've been a minority for more than 20 years in the city of Houston. The majority is, we call Hispanic. That is not a race or an ethnicity, that is a political designation. But a lot of them are from Central, South America, Mexico. Guess who wants to get vaccinated the most? Immigrants.
That's what made Donald Trump's comment about bringing disease to the money. They're at risk when they come here.
Immigrants.
Better vaccination rates in Mexico.
It is the well-educated, in terms of pieces of paper that they put on their wall, people that have been here a long time, and it's very unfortunate. But I think we need not lose the big picture.
Yeah, the big picture is you need to get vaccinated. You need to disregard the inserts. Don't worry about the formaldehyde, the mercury, the aluminum, stuff like that. Stuff that really affects your long-term memory, your short-term memory, your all that. Yeah, you need to take your kids and get them vaccinated for the what's that one disease I get from having sex so easy? I forget the name of it. HPV. There you go. You need to get them vaccinated for HPV. That vaccine alone, you have about, like, I think it's 1/3, 1/4 chance of being sterilized after taking that vaccine. Vaccines are not safe, no matter what they may tell you. I suggest that if you're considering having your child vaccinated, that you ask for the inserts which they must give you by law if you ask. If you don't push it, then they're not going to offer them to you folks. And before you decide whether or not to vaccinate your children, or you get or anything, you should definitely ask for those inserts, whether you're taking a flu shot or anything like that. But yeah, that was a 7.1 magnitude earthquake this morning in Mexico City. There's been a lot of deaths from it. I think like over 200 people's been found dead so far. My thoughts and prayers really go out to the people in Mexico, to the people in Puerto Rico, the U.S. and British Virgin Islands. They've definitely been hit hard right here lately, and a lot of those places now recovering from the hurricane they had the other day. Now they got another huge one coming right at them, or has already hit them, or something like that. But yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and end this show. If there's anything else I needed to go over, here was an article I found today. This is from the Chicago Tribune. You can find it at alexmorgannews.com. Violent weekend leaves 7 dead as city marks 500 homicides. That's just this year alone in Chicago. Another article up on alexmorgannews.com. Maxine Waters pushes for Trump impeachment during eulogy. NFL hell, worst scoring in decades. National Enquirer apologizes to Judge Judy for false Alzheimer's story. Hannity versus Mad Cow. Her and Mad Cow and Hannity, they're both being moved to the 9 o'clock slot. So yeah, that's an article from yesterday, by the way, which I left up there because you know how bad I hate Mad Cow. Hillary claims she could still challenge the outcome of the election. Dolly Parton was the center of the Emmys' most anti-Trump moment. Sean Spicer is honored. DC elites always thrive. That's from where he was honored at the Emmys. You can find that Morgan Freeman video up there. The Dreamers turn to Screamers. That's a priceless article there, folks. These are all illegal immigrants, and they're crashing a Nancy Pelosi speech or something here. And, yeah, it's pretty funny. We'll go ahead and watch it. Is it over already? I wanted to hear them screaming like directly at her. I was like calling her, here it is, here it is. Wait just a minute. This is priceless.
Let me say this, because you've had your say, and it's beautiful to our ears to hear your protection and your self-dignity.
She called them disruptors, and she told them that was what they was pretty much put here for. So they should just go out and disrupt. And now you see Miss Pelosi having to eat those words. That is nothing, no sweeter in this world. Priceless, totally priceless. I could watch that all night. I really could. I don't care how loud it is. It's awesome.
I'm yielding now to Donald Leslie, and I said to him, I can give you a long introduction, or you can use the time to tell your story with much more impact. We're very proud. These are people. Standing with them. They are people. I'm pleased to your daughter. We demand
that guy say something about $185 or $195. Did you hear that? I don't know. There was a lot of noise, a lot of background noise. I know that was a loud video, but it was well worth the price of admission of a little bit of your eardrum working to capacity. Folks, this has been the 57th rendition of the Alex Morgan Show. I'm your host, Alex Morgan. This has been a pretty good worldwide broadcast that we've had tonight. Wish we could have had more callers, more interaction with people out there. I hope that y'all share my links, visit my sites, pick up my t-shirts, help fund this operation. I know this is a pretty small operation, you know, considering all the other operations going on out there, but we don't want to like be huge or nothing like that, or you know, we just want to get our word out and be heard and meet like-minded people, maybe reach a few members of the youth that are pretty undecided, don't know much about politics and stuff like that, before they get into college and their minds are corrupted by all these liberal professors. In fact, I got a girlfriend that's going to college, and she came home today telling me about this writing assignment that she had been given to like give 3 ways that she has been directly affected by racism. I mean, really think about that. What kind of writing assignment is that? Who on average has been affected by racism? I mean, especially in this neck of the woods. I mean, a place where it's all white people pretty much. There's a few people from other countries here and there. There maybe, I don't know, 4 and 5 community wide if we're lucky. There's a few black people, very few, I don't know. But yeah, I've never been affected by racism. I don't really know anybody that has. Now, a lot of these families from generations before mine, a lot of them were, you know, like what a lot of people might consider racist, but their racist ways were not because they didn't like, you know, people of different colors or anything like that. It was just that they had never had to be associated with any of them, or never have any, you know, affiliation with any of them, or any dealings with any of them, or anything like that. And so, yeah, but I mean, it's just a place has always been backwards. But as far as racism goes, I've never been affected by it. I don't know anybody that's really ever been affected by it. I've heard a few people use the N-word here and there, but other than that, I wouldn't really even. I wouldn't say that this is a racist community at all. It's like I was saying about them old timers. It was just a different time back then, and just like it was a different. I grew up, and yeah, it's just a different day and time altogether. I don't believe there is no race but one race, and that's the human race. So yeah, folks, I love y'all. God bless y'all. pray for these people affected by these earthquakes, these hurricanes. I actually heard yesterday that there was an earthquake felt on the Kentucky and Illinois line. I haven't done much investigating on it though, but you know, I shortly heard about the Mexico City earthquake right after that, so that kind of got my attention over there. I have felt shake here a couple of years ago. We were visiting my aunt, and her house started shaking, and it shook. Everything in her house shook for about 10 to 15 seconds, and like my dad would tell you, it was just like a train. You could hear a train coming. He said, I was sitting there with him, but I'm just giving his little analogy on it. And yeah, it's a little bit scary, but yeah, other than that, there wasn't no danger, but that don't mean that there couldn't be, you know, in the future, you know, and I hope and pray that the good Lord will spare this part of the world for as long as He can from any kind of, you know, bad earthquakes or bad storms or anything like that, floods or, yeah. But AlexMorganShow.com, AlexMorganNews.com. If you want to donate, Alex, go to GoFundMe.com/AlexMorganShow. There's my PayPal link. It's on my website, AlexMorganShow.com, AlexMorganNews.com. Buy a t-shirt, send me $1 or $2, I'd appreciate it. Check me out on Vid. But yep, we'll talk to y'all later. I love y'all. God bless. Peace.